All right. Good day. You are welcome. Awesome day to you wherever you are listening to us. Once again, it's your friend and partner, Olushola Popola, the president, Richvision Cooperative. And today we're going to be sharing important information that is going to help us in controlling and managing our finances effectively. We were discussing off the record where how much is exchange rate now and what is going on and things like that. And I made it known to us that over the next few months and as the year goes, even though we are all praying that things should get better, but the obvious truth is that it might continue to degenerate. I'm talking from economic point of view, that Nigeria, for those of us that are residents in Nigeria, you see that Nigeria is a consuming or economy. We do more of importation. Everything around us is imported. We are hardly producing anything. And as at now, at a point in time, government was able to do one or two things that brought the dollar down. But over a period of time, it started returning. And let me tell you this, we may continue, I'm talking based on economic indices, that we may continue to see the valuation of the naira depreciating against the dollar, because one, very importantly is that our production level, our exportation level is very, very low as we speak. Even the major produce that we gain money from, in the past, in past governments, they were able to defend the naira. Every country everywhere in the world defend their currencies. Now, in the past, the naira was defended by our huge foreign reserve. But as we speak today, reserve is depleted, and because it's depleted, the government is now defending the naira with borrowed fund. So the question is, how long can we continue to borrow money to defend the naira? So the obvious truth, as I speak to you, is that we must increase our production. As we speak presently, even our production quota on OPEC, the Nigerian production quota, that's the quantity of oil that we are supposed to be producing. Our quota is about 1.9 million barrels. We are doing below that as we speak. So we are not even producing enough oil for export. And export gives us the major reserves. That brings in more foreign reserves to us. Then other things, other produce that we need to export, that we bring in the foreign currency. So when more foreign currency comes in, your reserves begin to increase. Your reserve, because when they sell, I'm trying to bring it in a layman's language, just try to simplify it as much as possible. When you sell outside there, they pay you in dollars. So your reserve begins to increase. Then you can work on the naira inwardly. But now we are borrowing money. How long will we continue to borrow money? It's not going to be sustained. So until we go to the production part and we increase in production, how can you and I be helpful in that area? That will be another training. But let's quickly look at how do you as a person how will you plan yourself, your finances, so that you will not be adversely affected by this current situation. Now, when you look at it, as long as we need to import everything that I kind of see around me, there will be more pressure on the naira. Now, for you to be able to walk around this scenario, you have to look at, now remember, income is not increasing. The only persons that we enjoy from this are people that are able to export goods and services. If you have anything, you can export anything now, you are going to be making good money. But if you still rely on your local business, if you still rely on your salary, please draw your chair nearer now and listen to me very, very well. If all you are depending on is your salary, and your business that is paying you in naira, please sit up now and listen to me very well. What are you going to do, and how are you going to mitigate against this inflation and everything that is going on around you? You know, I said initially, in my own part of the world, the Yorubas, there's something we call cooperative, the cooperative. And cooperative is known as Egbe Alajesheku. And you know what that means literally? Literally is a group of people that eat, and what they eat, when it remains, they will save the remaining after they have belleful. That's, they will eat belleful first, and then they will save the remaining. Now, guys, this is the poverty mentality that has driven a lot of us, that today, you listening to me, only very few person, maybe 1% out of everyone listening to me, has anything called savings anywhere. Because all your drive is that there's not enough money. There's not enough. The one that I have is not even enough for me. So how can I say? This is where Richvision Cooperative, this is where we come in. As a global organization, we have been able to come together to work with entrepreneurs to help ourselves financially, knowing that we can't go to the bank. It's difficult to go to the bank to go raise money for your business. You go to the bank, they're charging you interest rate of 20%, 30%. How are you going to survive? Then are we going to fold our hands and say our economy is not good and things, so we're not going to do anything? So this is why in Richvision, we have come together, put ourselves together. Let's think outside the box. In the cooperative, we borrow ourselves, we loan ourselves money at 0 interest rate. So you can get ×2 of whatever you have saved in the cooperative, ×2 without any interest. That means if I have 1 million naira in the cooperative, I can access a loan of 2 million naira without collaterals, only guarantors, the guarantors of which must have equivalent of what I want to borrow. So with this, we are able to help ourselves in the cooperative, and a lot of us are doing fantastically well, starting new businesses, expanding our businesses. Now, but you now listening to me, you are looking, okay, I will wish to be part of this, but my current spending outweighs my income. I'm not having enough money to even spend things on. Guys, you have to listen to me. How do you save money on your utilities? Because you have to look inward first. How do you control your savings? How do you control your spending so that you can have enough money to save? Or maybe you've been saving in the past, you've been saving 10,000 naira monthly. I tell you, it's time for you to push it up to maybe 20,000 naira monthly and things like that. But for you to do that, you must be able to prop up your saving strategy. Now, strategies to save money on utilities and household expenses in Nigeria. So we talked about the importance of saving money. Guys, it's so important. I want to give you this. You know, the Holy Book, the Bible says something. In the book of Proverbs, it said, go to the ants, you sluggard, consider our ways and be wise. Who gathers us our food in the summer? Ladies and gentlemen, if the ant era is wise enough to gather the food in the summer, because it knows that the winter, you might not know what is summer, what is winter. If ants, they gather their food for dry season. Rainy season, you no go see ants, they walk up and down. Then they where they don't keep their food, we go last them for that period. Now, you in the creature, as a creature of God, you are just eating today and not thinking. You say tomorrow we take care. Tomorrow is, he says, somebody wants to be say, Bible said, take no thought of what you will eat tomorrow, because tomorrow we take care of itself. Oh my God. Is that same Bible that said, go to the ant to use logger, consider our ways and be wise? So how are you gathering for the rainy period? Whether you like it or not, the period will come. Whether you like it or not, he said the night comes when no man can walk again. So before that night comes, what are you doing during the day? So for you to understand this very well, I bring this to you, the 50-30-20 budget rule. The 50-30-20 budget rule. What does it mean? Now, what it means is this. Look at, that's the first thing you want to look at. 20% of your income will go towards paying off debt. Maybe you owe people, you owe cooperative, you owe this thing. You must be thinking, because the thought of debt can send you to early grave. The thought of debt, it can send you to early grave, hypertension and all whatnot. So the first thing you want to do is, when you receive your income, a certain percentage, 20%, should go into your savings and your loan repayment. So that means I can use 10% of my income to pay back the loans that I'm owing, 10% to put into savings. Because like I always tell people, I say one of the things that most of us do, we pay everybody when the salary comes, when your income comes, whether you're a businessman or a salary earner, once the income comes, you pay every person. You pay your landlord, you pay your children's school teachers, you pay everybody. The only person you don't pay is yourself. You are cheating yourself. That body that is doing that work, generating that money today, that body will not be like this forever. So what are you keeping for that body for the future? What are you keeping? So that is why the saving is very, very crucial. So is it that you are saving 10% and using 10% to offset debt? If you don't have debt to offset, then compulsorily save at least 20% of your income. Now, the next one is 30%. What is the 30%? 30% goes towards your wants. What are your wants? Your wants are those things that even if you don't do them, it's not going to kill you. You know, like take out dinners. I'm coming from the office. Let me branch Mr. Quick, Abi, Mr. Whatever, or KFC. I want to chop chicken pie. If you don't buy chicken pie, it's not going to kill you. If you don't go and eat out, it's not going to kill you. So, but these things are good. They are important, but they are not essentials for you as you are planning your finance in today's economy. So you want to go for a concert, you know, it's good having time out with your family and all these things. They are good. Cocktails with friends, neutral pillows. I want to change the pillow in the house. I want to do this. Oh, I want to change my mobile phone. Even the thing just crack on the face. Let me change it. I want to change it. It is not too important, but well, if the money is there, you can go ahead and do it. Now, the 50% goes to your need. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this need, the 20% and the 50%, these are the most crucial. Now, the 50%, part of it goes into your housing. Your housing, that's your accommodation. Let's say you are still living in a rented apartment. Look at this, guys. If you calculate your income today, what is your total income? Let's say you earn about, you are earning 200,000 naira monthly. You are earning 200,000 naira monthly. That means in a year, your total salary is about 2.4 million naira. That's your total salary, 2.4 million naira. Guys, if you are living in a house, listen to me carefully. If you are living in a house and that house, you are paying 1 million, up to 1 million naira as rent, that is mismatch. Are you getting? You are living above your means. You are living beyond your means. You should not live in a house that is up to 50% of your annual income, because inside this 50% of your annual income, your 50% will take care of your rent. Inside it, you will take care of transportation to the office, the children going to school and others. Then importantly also is your insurance. Many of us are not insured. You say, I never eat belleful, I won't give insurance money. These are things. Groceries, you have to eat. Groceries, you have to eat. The family have to eat. Now, the other one that is important is the health care. Guys, if you don't have a health care plan, you see all this 100% can become nothing to you. If you don't have a health care plan, please, I want you to pay attention here. One of the things that takes away a lot of people's money, especially when they begin to grow old, is health. And many of us seated here today, you don't even have any health care plan. You go to the hospital to go and spend up to 20,000 naira for malaria, to treat malaria. You typhoid, you will spend, crazy amount of money because you are treating something. You want to go and deliver. Your wife is pregnant, she wants to go and deliver. You are spending up 60,000 naira for delivery. Why? They say it's CS, they say it's 400,000 naira. Why should you spend that kind of money when you can get it absolutely free? You can get it absolutely free. You are treating cancer. You are spending your prostate cancer. You spent everything, sold everything, because now you can get all these things free. Cardiovascular and all these things. You want to collect glasses even. You are spending 50,000 naira to collect glasses. You can get all these things free. But when you don't plan your finances, you will incur all this kind of expense. And that's why, for those of you that are interested after now, you can get the person that invited you so that you can key into our NHIA plan. With 15,000 naira in a year, you can access full healthcare services. Well, that is another talk, all right? I'm just trying to bring that in. Now, the other thing that your 50% should take care of is your utilities, your NEPA bill, your water bill, and all other things like that. So guys, this is the way you need to sit down, you and your spouse. Please sit down today and draft this, calculate this. How is that? They say, all the money I'm getting, I don't even know what I'm doing with money. My money is just going. What kind of careless talk is that? For an indisciplined person. Say, the thing is, the money is just going, it just disappear. How can your money disappear? How can your money disappear? You are careless. Sit down and look at, how do I manage my finance? Work with this. If you don't understand it, put it in comment section in the WhatsApp group. If you want more understanding on the 2030 budget rule, then put it in the comment section in the WhatsApp group so that we can treat it later on. Now, what are those things that you can practically do to save energy, to save money on utilities? The first thing, one of them, is invest in appliance design for energy efficiency in Nigeria. Do you know that there are some ACs now that are energy saving? Look for energy efficiency ratings and appliances suitable for your local power conditions. Come your fridge, you want to buy a new fridge, go to a lot of these, they will tell you those kind of, ask them, there are ACs that I pass my neighbor can carry if you must use AC because of the temperature. If you want to use fridge, there are freezers that this. So anything you are looking out for now, what can help me to conserve energy? Now, also, you harness solar powers. Solar energy is becoming very popular these days. Some people will say, solar energy, before you buy it, is very expensive. They've never gone to price it before. He has never gone to price it before. He just had people say it's expensive. But when you compare the costs now and what is going to save you in the future, guys, it's going to be tremendous. So how do I get energy saving equipment? How do I invest into solar? When you are looking at solar, it's not until you power your freezers and things, even if it's a solar thing that we just power with less than $1 million and something, just maybe the one of 1 battery, 2 batteries. You don't need to go for the 4 batteries. The one that is having 2 big batteries, maybe it's going for about 1.8 million, 2 million. You can go for lesser ones like that so that you can get this. Now, another thing is optimize generator usage to minimize fuel consumption. How do you optimize your generator usage? Now, one of the things you can do, like for me, in my house, if there's no light, if we have to use the generator, put the generator on between 7 and 10. Tell the security guy, once it's 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., depending on you, Switch off the generator and things. After all, what are you people using it for? Using it to watch video, using it to watch television in the house. Why don't you have a control over it? I'm still going to talk about some energy saving things that you can use for the power. Now, transition to cleaner and more efficient cooking methods like gas and electric cook pots and things like that. There are sometimes you say all these things are expensive, but let me tell you the truth. Some of those things, they are more energy saving than the kerosene and everything like that some people. So if you go and check it now, match it together, cost of kerosene, cooking and things with kerosene is more expensive. Now, let me give you one thing. Because of our economy, most of us eat beans a lot. Nigeria economy, we eat beans. And somebody will carry ordinary pot, put beans into it, and is boiling beans. And for 1 hour, the beans, it has not done. Ladies and gentlemen, what will it cost you to go and look in the market? There's what they call pressure pots. There's what they call pressure pots. Pressure pots, within 5 to 10 minutes, you finish cooking. If you put your rice there, within 5 to 10 minutes, boom, it's done. So these are some of the things that you can do. Embrace local produce. Don't go for imported things. My children don't like to eat local. We like to eat occupants. We like to eat imported things. We wear imported things. I tell you, these are things that are cutting away your money. Are you getting? Explore farmers markets and communities. Many of us, we do this thing. We buy a lot of things on the streets. On the streets. That's where you buy things, for heaven's sake. What stops you from going to markets like this? If you're in Lagos, you are talking of market like Mile 12 and things where you can go and buy things at a cheaper rate. Please avoid buying things on the street. I'm coming from work. I bribed somebody. Let me just buy one mudu of rice. Those things are more expensive than this. Water purification. One of the things that takes a lot of money from people these days is water in the house, because most of us don't have pipe-borne waters. Even those if you have borehole, you will think it's not pure enough, so you will consume a lot of bottled water, water dispensers and things. Do you know that there are equipment in the market that you will buy as low as 5,000-10,000 naira that you can attach to the tap of your house that will be purifying the water that you are taking? What will that do? It will eliminate your purchase, your buying of water, which is one key thing that you must have in your house. So think of water purifiers. Do you understand? Water purifiers, just check online, check on the internet. I would have loved to show you, but because of time, I won't be able to do that. Bulk purchase from local market. Just like I was saying. Now, guys, let me give you this example. I always tell people that the poor, it is cheaper to be rich than to be poor. Please mark my word. I want you to write this down now. It is cheaper to be rich than to be poor. Do you know why? The rich man today will go and buy a bag of rice for 65,000 naira from Mile 12. Now, Mama Jinadu that sells rice will also go to Mile 12 and buy the bag of rice for 65,000 naira. She will bring the bag of rice to your street. Then you will go and buy 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup. Do you know that Mama Chinedu, Mama Jinadu, she's going to make profit on that small cup something. I don't know, is it paint bucket? Paint bucket. On that paint bucket that she's using to sell to you, she has added a profit. Now, when you are eating rice and the rich man is eating rice, you will think it's the same thing. The rich man is eating cheaper rice, even though it's the same brand of rice that you bought. But his own is cheaper to the one you bought, because he bought rice that they have not put profit on it. I just hope you get this. Just think it, you will understand it very well. Now, how do you take advantage? But I don't have a choice. Is it everybody that can afford one bag of rice? One bag of rice is now 70,000 naira. You are just talking like this. No, when I speak something, I give you a solution to it. Now, let's look at something. How much rice do you consume in your house in a month? Now, you can partner with 2, 3, 4 persons. You, especially if you are a Richvision Cooperative member and you have other cooperators around you, wisdom is applicable into all things. Call 4 persons, 5 persons, 10 persons. Call yourself together. We all eat rice. Is that not? My budget in my house for rice is 10,000 naira in a month. Your budget is 10,000 in a month. So why 8 of us, if the bag of rice is 80,000, let's 8 of us gather together, contribute our 10,000 naira together and buy one bag of rice, and we all share it together. You will be taking economy, is what we call it economy of scale. You will be buying it cheaper than you're going to buy one paint. I don't know whether you're getting me. We talk about, tomato. You're always buying tomato because you must eat tomato in your house. A basket of tomato is going to for 40,000. Is the same basket of tomato that woman that you are selling, the one you are buying, they are selling, is the same place. They buy it from that bulk market and sell it to you with profit. So, common sense, if I see 2, 3, 4 persons, members of the cooperative or my community, that we can come together, let's save money together. About 4 of us, we gather money together and buy one basket of tomato. Let's buy and share. You'll be saving a lot of money because it is in food that most of us spend a lot of money. You want to eat chicken in your house, or you like a gufe, and you know a gufe is not expensive. 3, 4 of us can apply. Let's 4 of us contribute money and buy in your office. Just think of buying bulk. When you buy bulk, you enjoy a lot of discount. Guys, if you are getting me, just put a 333 in the chat box. If you're understanding what I'm saying, if what I'm saying is making sense to you, put a 333 in the chat box. Bulk purchase helps you to save a lot of money. Let me be sure that people are hearing me here. Okay? Put a 333 in the chat box if you are getting me. Awesome, awesome. Okay, great. Now, these are part of the things that you need to do. Now, energy saving habits is another thing. Encourage energy saving habits such as turning off lights and appliances when you are not using it. Everybody is, you see, now in this, the way economy is going, the way things are going, it is expedient that if all of us are in the house, let all of us be in the sitting room. If we are all in the sitting room, all the other lights in the rooms are off, so that energy is not that small radio that is playing, that fan that is blowing is chopping energy. So promote awareness of energy saving practices. Now, what we do, like in my house, we have about 2 deep freezers. In the night, we leave the freezers on. They freeze. After they freeze, what will be the next thing after freezing? Anything there after freezing. Once it has been frozen, by morning, we switch it off. We switch it off, and then we're able to put on the AC in the afternoon. So the AC will not be on, and then you have your freezers and everything on like that. And the freezer, everything is already solid rock. Come on, energy saving attitudes. So these are some of the things that you do. Now, for those of you that will also be interested, some of the energy saving things that we have some technology. We have some technology that helps us to save energy these days. I'm going to be talking to you about it. For those of us that are interested in those things. Now, those things, they are like biosavers. They are like biosavers. Let me put this, let me go off this so that I can explain it more to you. So remember that money that you have not saved will not save you, all right? So let me quickly explain this other aspect more for you. Now, there are some equipment, there are some things, bioenergy savers that you can buy. Take, for instance, there are some things liquid that when you buy them, you put them in your fuel tanks. You understand? You put them in your fuel tanks. It's going to, like for those of you that are driving, it helps you to save a lot of fuel in your consumption. The one you put in your generator, you just put a little bit of that liquid. It's kind of ×3 your usage. For those of you that are using gas, before you fill your gas, you put that something inside that gas, inside the gas tank, boom, before you fill the gas. It's going to give you at least another you are going to be maybe you use your gas tank for one month before. It's going to last you for about 1.5 or 2 months. Do you understand? We have our leaders on this platform also who understand these things and are also into it one way or the other. So for those of you that will be interested in all those things that are going to help you to save energy, in our cooperative group, we are going to be doing something that we're going to make a kind of further presentation, because now what we need is, how do we save energy for ourselves? Guys, these things work. I have some of my leaders there that are using it already, and they can share their story maybe on some other, maybe by next week or something we can do some things. But let me see your comments in our WhatsApp group, for those of you that be interested in knowing how to get those things that will help you to save fuel, help you in saving gas, help you for your car, for your generator. It will reduce the consumption, it reduces the combustion rate of your engine. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the things. So how do we save in transportation? Now, take for instance, two of us, if you have a car, you are going somewhere. Instead of me, maybe I'm going to the office, 2, 3 of us, instead of us using 3 persons driving, we can decide that let us go with this car. Let us go with this car, so that it's not one person's car. Each person now is carrying daddy and mommy, and they're going the same direction. Stay in this junction. Let me pick you up. You will save money. Now, for those of you, depending on the location in which you are, take for instance, for those of you in Lagos, why don't you explore the BRT? Oh, the queue is always so much. Why don't you get there on time? Do you understand? The queue and things, get there on time. There are some things you can't control, but you can see how you can effectively manage those things. Transportation is one key thing that consumes. And you know what? Do a lot of trekking. If you don't have a car yet, let me tell you, it's not any cost. So for those of us that have had the opportunity of traveling out very well, when you go to UK, you trek like anything. The only difference is that, unlike our own place, when the sun, our own sun, the way they take scatter person head is not like that. As their own sun is blowing you, their wind is blowing you, or you understand. But do you know what? Do a lot where you can do without transport, do without. Except your pocket will tell you the truth. Your pocket. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are just few areas where you can consider on saving things on your utilities. But most importantly, go and understand the 50-30-20 budget rule. A good understanding of the 50-30 budget rule will save you a lot of money. And please make sure you are not just spending. Check your budget. Are you budgeting? Do you budget at all? You don't budget. Your money just comes in and goes. You don't know how. Sit down tonight. How much am I spending on transportation? How much am I spending on, I'm going on the road, I drink mineral. All those spontaneous spends. Put a budget on it. If you put a budget on it, it will help you to control your expenses a great deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you in the cooperative, this is the much we're going to have this week. The healthcare, for those of you that are yet to sign up for the healthcare, make sure you sign up for the healthcare as quickly as possible. We might not be able to take so much question. I want you to go into our group chat and drop questions, areas of concerns that you are looking at. Drop it there. Let's begin to have some conversations in the group chat. We have leaders, people that have different this thing that will help you in the areas that you want. Please get back to the person. Okay, how do I become a member of the cooperative? Go to the person, get to the person that invited you to the meeting and tell the person, I want to become a part of this cooperative so that I can begin to save, not just save, I will also get financial learnings, education that is going to help me in preserving my finances. So Adeni is saying, how do you join the group chat? Well, once you join the cooperative, please make sure you get back to the person. I just said something, get back to the person that invited you. If you saw it on WhatsApp group, you saw it on YouTube, check out who posted this thing. DM that person, let that person send you a message on what you need to do to become a member. I tell you, one of the best things that can happen to you in this time, in this season, is to be a member of the Richvision Cooperative. Remember, money that you have not saved will not save you. And it's not just about saving money, but strategically saving money in the right place where you can have access to double, triple of what you really want. I want to thank every one of us. If you get one or two things on this call tonight, I want you to put a 777 in the chat box. Put a 7777 in the chat box. If you got some vital information, if you got some things that are helpful in this, awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be looking, there are some things that are holding us back. Our automatic savings system with our bank, I think everything is going to be resolved this week. And by next week, Saturday, we'll be having another call by the grace of God, where we are going to be showing us some things. A lot of things is going on at our back end. I tell you, this is the best time to be part of this cooperative. Once again, is your friend and partner, Olushola Popola, on behalf of the management and the leaders of the cooperative. I want to say thank you for joining. God bless you. Do have a fantastic week ahead of you. I celebrate you, Mr. Adewumi. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Bye.